scooch up, Mr. Michel? I just love center stage, if you would. Thank you.
I'm going to leave.
Oh, you're going to... Oh,
I don't want to be around here.
I don't blame you.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
No, you have a good day. That's right. Well, my name is Martin Hyde, and, Mr. Michel, I do love him, and he does talk in very clear terms. What he said there was very true. It's not that complicated, right? It really isn't. They want to make money, period, right? They solicited this. This was, an aerial drone shot. They looked down and said, well, I want me some of that. So it's not that complicated. So, I wrote a couple of notes here. The reason I bid, and my bid's bona fide, they're one that they want to set back, the price of covering the lot. No one asked to cover the lot. They have to cover the lot to build up above it. And while we're talking about 45 feet, that's taller than City Hall. Ask anybody that want to build City Hall up on Fillmore. And when we're talking about 6 feet, I'm 6 feet tall. You want me to stand on top of you and see how that works out? It's not good. So let's be clear when we're talking about only and just. Just is just justification. So I said I'd resist the temptation to grandstand, but it's very difficult when they tee me up. I was looking for reasons why you would do this, and I couldn't really see any other than the enrichment of property developers and, now let's be frank, donors to politicians. Now, I don't get many donations from anybody, so it's moot to me, but I understand why some of you would want to sit there and listen to it. I think of reasons not to do it. What about the peaceable enjoyment of your property? What about living on a street without a behemoth? It's 45 feet above flood zone, right? It's not 45 feet from the sidewalk. So that's potentially 55 or 60 feet up. You any idea how tall that is? No, it's tall. It's real tall. So let's come back to some of the things. This was written down under unfinished business, and I would qualify that. This is absolutely unfinished business. The unfinished business is concreting over Sarasota, all right? And you need to stop that, right? You need to stop that. I'm not against development. I'm very pro-business, but they're not building any more coastline. They're not building any more Barrier Island, notwithstanding that Bird Key obviously is man-made. The reality is that clearly traffic is the biggest concern in all the county surveys. If you've seen the county surveys, traffic is the number one concern. Nobody likes being stuck in traffic. We are all traffic. If you increase the amount of opportunity to be on St. Armands, i.e. a hotel, and I think Ocean Properties spoke very well on that, and a responsible long-term plan. There's no point in going to the Key if you blow it up. So arguably they understand that, and they have a concept. They're not just about the short term, this unseemly rush, got to do it now. Well, I understand that, because you want the money now. But that's not the same as a compelling public interest. You haven't seen a single member of the public come here and say why we should do this. Now, why have I got a bid in there? Because, while they print more money every day, I'm happy to take yours. When it comes down to it, I'll outbid them on anything because they're massively underbidding. Massively underbidding. And you know what I'll do then? I'll sell it to the highest bidder, which you guys don't seem to be able to understand. That's the nature of a business. But let's be real. Government is not a business. You cannot run a business or government like a business. You can run it efficiently, but that's a distinction that makes a difference. You're not there to make a profit, and you're there for the 58,000 residents of Sarasota and the 38,000 taxpayers. You haven't had a single one sit down here and say, what I really want is to cover over that parking lot. So I could go on and on. I think the theme there is fairly clear. Did I miss any good punchlines? No. It's just time to say no. All right? It's just time to say no. I can't think of a single good reason to say yes. And one last thing, your Siesta Key annexation. If you do this, that's dead, right? It's completely dead. Why do they want to get out of the county? Because of what happened at Stickney Point with Benderson, because of what happened in the hotels on Siesta. That's the only reason they want out. And if you were to do exactly the same thing, you seriously think they're going to bend over and pay more taxes to you? No. Thank you very much.